Right, I thought it'd be quite useful to show you how to make a snuffle mat if you've never made one before. They're actually quite easy. It just takes quite a bit of time, that's the only thing, and you need quite a lot of material. So this is one I made for my dogs. So it's just made out of loads of old kind of fleecy jumpers. I did get some stuff from the scrap store, I think, when it was open. But you know, you can use anything really. I do buy fleece as well when I make them properly for my customers. But if you're just making one from home, you could just make it out of any old thing really. What you need to start is, ideally, you need one of these, which is a plastic sink mat. I bought these on Amazon. They're really cheap actually. I don't think they're a lot of money. You can buy them. I think you can buy them singly, or you can buy a box. This is 11 inches by 12.5 inches. But you just see it's got like loads of holes in it. So you need a sink mat, and then you need a lot of material, and you need to cut it into kind of strips basically. And the length of these is depending on how fluffy or short, how kind of dense you want to make it. Sometimes I'll have it that sort of length, which I suppose is, I don't know, it's about 9 inches, something like that. I don't know. Or I might have it longer. I might have it twice the length actually. One I did made the other day was quite long. It doesn't really matter because this one I think I made all different lengths, and that's why it's a bit sort of higgledy-piggledy really. So it doesn't really matter the length. And when you do it, you'll see. I'll measure it, and on the notes I'll put how long that is. So you need lots of this. This is a bit that takes the time actually, cutting this up. It's like a real ball ache. So you cut up loads and loads of strips, and then what you do is you get your first strip, and you just put the fleece through one of the holes, and then another hole along the top, like that. Okay, so it's just through those first two, and then you just simply tie it at the back. Some people double knot it. I only single knot it, to be honest, because I can't be bothered to do it twice. And actually, I've single knotted all of mine, and I've washed them, and they've been fine. So you start like that. You then go to the next hole, and you put the second bit of fleece, and if you want to colour coordinate it, you would go with a different colour, through the second hole that the other one went through, and hole number 3. Okay, so a bit like, let me show you, like that. Clearly how-to videos are really not my forte. And then you tie the back of it again. Okay, like that. So you can see that it's the pink one's gone through hole number 1 and number 2, and the white one's gone through hole number 2 and number 3. Then you would just work your way along that line. So the next one would go here in hole number 3 and through hole number 4, like that, basically. Okay, so you would follow that row all the way along, making sure it's completely full of fleece, and then you start on the next row. So then, for instance, because we've got a pink one here, we'd go with a white one, and you'd go to the next row down and do the same again. Right. So you tie it at the back like that, so you can see, and then you'd get colour coordinated one. Clearly Murphy's really interested in this. Yep, and do the same again. Okay, and then you do that row all the way along. So you would end up with both rows completed. Then what you do, so you can either do all the rows, all like the horizontal rows first, like that, and then go the vertical. Or what I do is I do 2 rows, and then I'll do the crossover bit. So the next step is that you want to link up the kind of vertical rows as well. So you do I don't know whether it's vertical or horizontal really, to be honest, but you would do these rows first, and then you want to do these sections. Okay, so what we're going to do is put the fleece in that to there. You'll see it in a minute. Okay, so now we've got one going across there as well. And you start bringing like a nice pretty pattern in. Should be using a pink one here, but I haven't got one, so I'm just going to use white. Doesn't really, to be honest, doesn't really matter unless you want to have a really nice even pattern on the back. Just need to make sure you don't, when you're tying it up, you don't get other bits stuck underneath the knot. Right, so the more you get on with this, the more fiddly it becomes. Okay, so now I'm just going to do the last one and you'll see what I mean. Hopefully. It does take a bit of time, but you can sit and watch telly doing it, which is what I normally do. Cool. Okay, so you'll see on the back now, we've got the horizontal rows done, and then we start to do the crossover pieces as well. So basically you need to fill every single hole like that. So you've always got like a little square of fleece in each one. Okay, you need to fill the whole thing, and then you end up with this bit here. So you can see the back of that. That's the completed one. Is it? Yeah, it is one. It's completely completed. Very random, but that's how it looks at the back, and that's how it looks on the front. So it is really easy. Just takes a bit of fiddling around, really. So have some fun with that. You know, you can make. Sometimes I make this size, or I'll half it, depending on the size of the dog. But this full size is best, really. I'll see if I can find the link to those, and I'll put that in the comments. Cool. Have a go. Have some fun. See you later.